Welcome back, everyone. This is Awwll Shit, another podcast. We are your hosts. I am Mr. October.
I'm D-Dub.
And we are two self-proclaimed hip-hop historians, enthusiasts, connoisseurs, whatever you want to call it.
Lovers of rap.
And we created this podcast. Let me pick this camera up a little bit. We created this podcast because, we just love hip-hop.
Right.
We've seen it, when it actually came into creation. And so, being, from that age bracket, that's kind of like what we grew up on. So we created this podcast to talk, and discuss about hip hop history for the people who know and the people who might not know. So hopefully we enlighten you to go and find out and look for yourself.
Right.
And do some research on your.
And start a conversation.
Yeah.
With someone who may know or may not know, but conversation piece.
Yeah, because like we said before, there's more elements to hip hop than rap. You got it's a whole culture behind it. Rap is just a part of hip hop.
Right.
And in the last podcast, we discussed a little bit of the beginning times in the history and how it was created on the streets. Youth not being welcome in the disco industry,
right?
So they created a culture, and so we're just gonna continue with that, and talk about like major advances in hip hop as far as the way it looked, the way we talk, the way people rap, how it sounds. So. I know in the last one we talked about the major, obviously the major one was the beginning,
right?
With Kool Herc and him actually coining the term hip hop and having hip hop functions, and as far as MCing and all that. So I know one major, another was probably the first rap song everybody heard, which was Sugar Hill Gang.
Rapper's Delight.
So I know when I heard that, that's when my eyes was open.
Yeah,
hip hop. It had been songs before that. I know you mentioned King Tim III, Fat Back Man.
Yep.
Like I said, the first song, hip hop song I remember ever hearing was the Sequence. Was the why do I always forget the?
Was that
Funk You Right On Up?
Funk You Right On Up.
That Angie B was Angie Stone was a part of. So yeah, bringing that, as far as Sugar Hill Gang, they even though a lot of people say that another group should be getting credit was Cold Crush.
Yeah, Cold Crush
who was it? Grandmaster Caz. That I think that Big Bag Hank took his lyrics.
So if you listen to his first verse, CAS. OEN, the rest is FLY. That was actually Grandmaster Caz. His other name was Casanova.
Yeah,
it was Casanova Fly, and Big Bang Hank stole those lines, but didn't change the lyrics to fit him. He just wrote it, said it as it was written. So we got our first, I guess you would say, either ghostwriter or biting.
Or stealing rhymes.
Biting rhymes. So.
Yeah, so. And another, back then it was a lot, you had a lot of MCs and a lot of rap groups, doing their thing. But as far as another momentum shift, probably his favorite group of all time was one of
Run DMC.
Run DMC.
Yeah.
Man, as far as the way rappers looked and how they rapped, it was totally changed. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a good rappers back then and good songs and all that. But with Run DMC, actually what they brought to the table, because back then, a lot of the rappers, they still dressed kind of like funk bands.
Yeah.
Or they look was kind of like, how the funk bands and even as far as the music, they used a lot of live instruments. When Run DMC came into the, even though they still had DJs like Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, but they still would use a lot of live instruments, and so would a lot of other groups. But Run DMC was like 2 turntables
And a mic.
microphone. That's all we need.
That's all they needed.
Rocking without a band.
Yeah.
That's what he said in that song.
Yeah, that's what he said in the song.
And they also changed how it looked. You know, they dressed alike. They came with the all black with the black Levi's, kind of like the black jackets with the derbies, and the Adidas with no shoestrings in them.
Man, that's
Like
classic.
that changed history.
That changed the fashion,
Yeah.
you know, of hip hop.
Because even my favorite group, Houdini, they still kind of dress funkish.
Yep.
You know, because Ecstasy had the hat with the string on
That's right,
it.
he did have.
He had the gloves, the leather glove with the fingers cut off of him.
Yeah, he did. I forgot about that.
Jalil, he was Muslim. He didn't really dress too wild, but he would have like the roach clips in his ears, like in that. What was that video? Was it Friends?
Or was it Freaks
Freaks Come Out at Night. Yeah, Freaks Come Out at Night.
It had a young JD breakdancing in it.
Oh yeah, young Jermaine Dupri.
Young Jermaine
with
Dupri.
with a Thriller jacket on, pop locking.
Yeah.
But Run DMC changed the game a lot. That whole Run DMC Def Jam era was like another big momentum shift as far as advancement. You know, shout out to Russell Simmons, because him and Rick Rubin, their vision that they had was like that really catapulted hip hop into another realm.
Yeah.
Because
And it commercialized it.
Yeah, as
It
far
brought
as
it-
commercialized.
Yeah, well, what you would say commercialized, it kind of brought it to more of the forefront.
Yeah.
And people who are forward thinking saw, you know, at first thought rap was a fad forever, but that right there should let let some of the people know rap music itself and the hip hop culture was here to stay. It wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah, because you had the Curtis Blows,
Right.
and then African Bambaataa, and you had a lot of other groups out there, who were really doing their thing. But as far as like the commercial success, it was kind of still underground. Even the ones that was real popular, it was still like more of a regional, type of popularity.
Right.
It wasn't like widespread audience. So, but when Run DMC came, that changed everything. Because Curtis Blow, man, he was, and even the Treacherous Three, man, Kumo D was not to be joked with back then.
No.
He was considered one of the godfathers as far as modern
rap.
rap.
Yeah. Modern rhyming. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Modern rap. Modern rhyming. You're right.
Yeah. So.
And it was like listening to a dictionary. Because his wordplay was, it was different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a lot different,
and his cadence.
Yeah. So, and we talked about it in the last one, the infamous Busy Bee. It wasn't a battle, but the Busy Bee Kumo D incident where
incident. It wasn't a battle.
It wasn't a battle, but it ushered in a new style and a new generation. But and then like I said with Def Jam, Tila Rock was really their first. The It's Yours was their first single that they put out. But as far as really getting something out there and getting the ball rolling, one man, LL Cool J. Who, like I said,
he had 2 DJs, didn't he?
What was it? Wildcat and Cut Creator?
Cut Creator.
Wildcat and Cut Creator. Was one called Wildcat?
I'm not for sure if the other one, but I thought he had when he started. Because Cut Creator was, I think his main DJ kind of throughout his career.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, because if you look at the I'm Bad video, if you look it up on YouTube, look up the I'm Bad. He's got 2. The kind of heavier set dude is Cut Creator, and then he had a dude that looked like Jalil from Houdini with the big glasses cut too. I think his name was Bobcat.
Bobcat.
I said Bobcat.
Yeah.
But LL, man, like LL 1984 up until the beginning of the new millennium, he was still putting out hits. Man.
Yeah,
so
he was the man for real.
I know a lot of people want to call people the GOAT, but his name's got to be in the discussion.
Yeah, it does. It has to.
And I ain't mad at nobody who got him as a GOAT.
If he's your GOAT or even in your top 5, you can't be mad at that.
Yeah, don't get misconstrued by watching what's the show on CSI. Or if you knew about him before then, like in the early 2000s when he was taking the shirt off and all muscular and singing all them sexy songs. No, LL was a straight battle rapper when he first came out. Would Take Your Head Off.
And if you want to look at a classic battle, listen to the songs between Kool Moe D and LL Cool J.
Started off with How You Like Me Now, where Kool Moe D kind of threw a jab. It wasn't really a diss song. It wasn't. They consider it a diss song, but he threw a jab at LL on that. He said, "I'm bigger and better. Forget about Deffer."
Yeah.
Which was a reference to his album Bigger and Deffer. And then one of the greatest, the first diss song that I really ever heard, because I don't know if that came out before MC Light Beat Biter. I don't even know who she was. I forgot who she was dissing on that.
Well, it's Beat Biter and 10% diss.
Well, 10% diss was Antoinette.
Is that Antoinette?
Okay. That and what was the other one? Hot Damn Ho. What was that song called? Damn. I think it was Shut the F Up. So I think that's the name of the. She had two songs against Antoinette.
Right.
But she had, I think that was really the first song, that Jack the Ripper by LL.
Oh my God.
If you've never heard that song, you youngsters who might be watching this, look up Jack the Ripper that was his response to How You Like Me Now.
Yeah.
How You Like Me Now, punk.
And it wasn't, at first it was just a single that was just put out.
Yeah.
Because the first time I heard it,
it wasn't on the album.
It wasn't on no album, and the quality wasn't real good. It was kind of fuzzy.
Yeah.
But you know, he ended up putting it out. But man, Jack the Ripper, weed.
Then he came out with Let's Go.
Yeah.
And well, LL may have lost the battle. He didn't win. He didn't lose the war because LL's career flourished after that.
Yeah.
But that battle between them, a lot of people say Kool Moe D won. I'm one of the ones. I think Kool Moe D got him on the battle. A lot of people say Death Blow, but I by Kool Moe D. But that Let's Go.
That Let's Go.
Man.
Yeah. That was the answer to Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. Jack the Ripper. Yeah. Then LL came back with I forgot what it was called, but he dissed him. No.
It was
because he dissed him and Ice-T on that song.
It was the remix of Jingling.
Oh yeah.
The remix on Jingling, he mentioned Ice-T and Kool Moe D.
I think he even hammered too.
Okay.
I wasn't sure, but I think he even
hammered.
Yeah, stay away. Don't say nothing about his mama. You can diss him, don't say nothing about his mama.
Don't say nothing about his mama.
Yeah, Redman found out.
Yeah, found out quick.
Yeah. But yeah, LL wasn't no joke back then.
No, he wasn't.
That first album on radio, man.
And look up the original Rock the Bells. It was just a drum track with him rapping over a drum track.
Yeah, not the remix where LL Cool J is hard as Battle Anybody Out. Even though that song hard.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Because you hear, because when you hear the opening line, it's a cappella, LL Cool J. When you hear that, you already know that it's coming in.
Yeah.
And that beat is bananas. But that original Rock the Bells with that drum track.
Oh, he went off lyrically.
Man.
Did
he even have a hook on that song?
I think he did say Rock the Bells.
Did he?
Yeah, Rock the Bells. But yeah, it was a lot of things going on in them early stages of hip hop. Another group that nobody really gives a lot of props, but they had one of the biggest songs in hip hop in them early stages was UTFO.
Yeah.
The Untouchable Force Organization. Yeah.
Started
out as Houdini's dancers, backup dancers.
Yeah, they were in one of the 5 minute
Freaks Come Out at Night.
Yeah, Freaks Come Out at Night.
They had on all red.
Yeah.
But as far as Roxanne was a real big song.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big hit, and it also ushered in another legend. Roxanne's Revenge.
Man,
where she
the answer to Roxanne.
Yeah, with Marley Marl, she did that in you can look this up on Netflix. There's actually a movie about Roxanne and how she came to be in the hip hop and all that, and also ties in Nas too.
Yeah.
Because Nas grew up in
Queensbridge area. Yeah.
So, but yeah, UTFO, man. I remember when I heard that song, man. I was like, man, damn, that beat, man. Boom, 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 boom. The big beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
The big beat.
So it was
early sampling.
But you know, and and we can't forget, probably, if not the most influential song in hip hop as far as storytelling. A lot of rappers, especially Snoop Dogg, says this is probably the greatest rap song of all time, which got him being like, this is what I'm gonna do. Was,
and hold on real quick, I'm gonna cut you off.
Go ahead.
Snoop Dogg paid homage and so much respect to this rapper and this song that he did his own version of it.
Yep.
At a time where if you did someone else's song, man, they would crucify you.
Oh yeah.
You know, they would, I mean, your career is done, but Snoop paid homage and a lot of respect to this artist and to that song. And
the greatest storyteller in rap history.
If not, he could be
Slick
the
Rick.
Slick Rick.
Lottie Dottie, man. When that song came out, that really changed as far as MC's taking the approach to like storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably the epitome of storytelling rhymes, like, because it was damn near, you might say, a cappella. He did it over a beatbox. Dougie Fresh, the greatest beatboxer in hip hop at the time.
Well, I think he may be in history. Then no disrespect to none of the other beatboxers out there, but
Rahzel, oh my God,
Rahzel,
he's not human.
Yeah, he's
Rahzel from the Roots.
He took it to a whole nother like level. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's some other ones out there I can't remember. It's a white dude that was pretty good. Like later on. And
can I real quick mention one story?
Go ahead.
9mm by Boogie Down Productions.
Oh, no,
not 9mm. Why Da Day? Why Da?
9mm.
Yeah. Great story by you know, again, if he's in your top 5 by KRS-One, but you know the group Boogie Down Productions with KRS-One and Scott LaRock.
Yep.
You know, and you know, God bless Scott LaRock. Rest in peace. You know, God bless the dead.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Oh
man.
no,
that
like
just
I
came
said,
to mind, man. I had to mention that.
Yeah, but like Slick Rick, man, and Dougie Fresh, and then the show. That's another
show.
Who produced it? Was it Teddy Riley?
Teddy Riley.
Yeah. Teddy Riley.
A 17-year-old, 17 or 18-year-old Teddy Riley produced the show. Yeah.
Yep, and that's you know that whole era, like 85, 84, between 84 and 86. The reason why I say 86, but right before then it was a lot of good music coming out, but it still was kind of like the old school style.
Yeah.
But you know, we're probably, I know we are forgetting a lot of other MCs back then, like, but in 1986. Probably the biggest advancement in hip hop as far as lyricism and approach to writing rhymes. It happened in '86 was a group called Eric B. and Rakim. With this one song changed the face of hip hop. Eric B. for president. Not that remix that they put on the album. The single. One that had My Melody on the other side.
Yeah,
My Melody might have been the lead single, and that might have been
I thought it was Eric B for president, and flip side was Melody.
Okay, it might have been. Yeah, both of them songs.
But either way, they changed hip hop.
Yeah.
And the way you rhyme, what you said in your rhymes.
Yeah, because it's certain songs that you remember hearing. That you remember the first time you heard it, and that's like one of the songs I remember exactly where I was at. It was open gym. I was in the 9th grade. It was open gym for basketball, and it was like towards the end of the open gym. I'm sitting under the hoop against the wall, against the mat. My boy Dan Council came by. He had some headphones. He was about to go back out there and start shooting. And he was like, man, you can listen to this if you want to. So I put it on. The first song I listened to was that. And I'm like, and it's one of them moments to where you're hearing something different.
Right.
Because you got to rewind it and listen to it again. Because you stuck when you first hear it because you like, what did
I just hear?
What did I just hear?
Yeah. When I first heard Rakim, sorry. When I first heard Rakim, I rewound My Melody and Eric B for president. I kept listening to them songs over and over and over because like you said,
yeah.
What am I listening to? And the rap style was different. His lyrical content was different. Just the sound.
Yeah.
The production different. You know what I'm saying? Kind of slow and not really melodic, but smooth. You know.
Because Eric B got actually credit, but I think it was more Marley Marl that I know he did the mixing, but Marley Marl didn't even like it. He said he told Rakim he rapped too slow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't like it, you know, because he was too, you know, he wasn't rapping fast enough.
Right. He wasn't all hyped up. And,
yeah, but when he listened to it, he like, man, he got layer of rhymes, something that a lot of MCs, none of them really was really doing that he was layering his rhymes and just back to back, not just punchlines to rhyme to punchlines. You know, it was a whole different format and an approach, and like, man, dang, like.
And some of the songs, there was one song, it's only 2 verses.
Yeah, yep. Different format.
Yeah.
The 3 with the hook, the one hook, another hook, and then
Just keep going and going.
Yeah.
I can't think of the song right offhand, and I'm sorry about that, but I mean, dang, it was so long ago, and we didn't listen to so much music. But there's one song on there, it's only 2 verses, and straight to the point, you know, no fooling around, and that was it. And then Eric B, you know, took the song on out to the end.
Yeah. But like Eric B, Rocky, I mean, then it ushered in a whole new wave of MCs. You got your KRS Ones, your Big Daddy Kanes, your Cool G Raps, the whole Juice Crew, and even influenced the females to really come out. You had like MC Light, you know, was probably the dominant one at the time.
At the time, she was.
Yeah. So
and really, go do your look on. A lot of y'all don't know Queen Latifah as a rapper. Y'all see her as an actress and doing other things, but go get her first album.
Was it Wrath of My Madness?
With Mark the 45 King.
Wrath of My Madness, was that the name?
That was a.
I know that was a single, but I thought it was
the name of it wasn't.
It wasn't Nature of a Sister.
It wasn't Ladies First. It wasn't Ladies First. It was I can't think of the name, because she has a wrap on her head, and she's wearing, you know, like almost like a dashiki, some African.
One is called Nature of a Sister, but that might have been her.
She's got a song with dude from Stetson Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you know what? Next podcast, I'm gonna have all the answers. I'm gonna go home to my collection and get everything squared away, so that way y'all can go YouTube some of this stuff, you know, and see what we're talking about, why we love, you know, rap music and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Some of the reasons. And these women back then, they didn't sell. I'm not saying that female rappers today have to sell sex, but they didn't sell sex at all. No. And they dressed, you know, they were clothed top to bottom.
Yeah.
You know, so, and that's another thing that, you know, changed was the female MC. Mm-hmm. But she didn't dress like a dude. She still dressed like a lady. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, it was that 80s,
but the 80s style.
80s style.
Yeah.
But going back to Eric B. Rakim, they also started probably was one of the first. Well, was probably the first one to talk about knowledge itself, like the 5% Nation and all that.
Yeah.
Talk about that, like even in what was it, Move the Crowd.
Move the Crowd.
Yeah.
Knowledge itself.
There's nothing I can't solve at 360 degrees out of the ball. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, he was bringing, like I said, ushered in that whole. You could say he maybe even kick-started that whole black conscious movement.
Big Daddy.
Maybe Public Enemy.
Well, Public Enemy, yeah.
Because even their first album, it wasn't as political as Nation.
Millions, right.
Yeah, but they still touched on it.
They touched on it briefly, but because they had Right Starter, Message to a Black Man on the first album.
Talked about drugs in the community, Mega Blast.
Yeah, Mega Blast. Big Daddy Kane touched on it a little bit, but you really had to know what he was talking about. Yeah. I mean, like with Rakim, if you never heard of the 5% Nation of Islam, then, you know, peace to the gods and earths, you could get an idea of who they are. But Big Daddy Kane, you had to really listen to his lyrics and hear it in there, because on the symphony, that's when he said, "I'm walking the path that Allah made."
Yeah.
And you know, we all saying it. Who's Allah?
But if you didn't really follow the movement or knew about the FOI or the NOI, you was just thinking he was just talking.
Yeah, he's just talking.
Rhyming.
He's just rhyming. He just put some words together. Yeah. So, But in my opinion, I'll give Rakim that credit, you know, with Big Daddy Kane as, you know, like the footnote or something. You know?
Yeah, because it ushered in a whole, you know, even right before it went like the, you know, gangster rap and all that. With, that came out of the
what they
West
call
Coast.
gangster rap.
So-called gangster rap. But
not saying these dudes weren't gangsters, but I think it was just the label. They couldn't figure out how to label this music, and they had to label it negatively so they could put their label, parental advisory label on it, so they called it gangster rap.
Yeah.
When it was really, if you think about it, it was just another. They were just telling the story as well.
Yeah. Because really, it's it all. You know, it's a lot of different. You know, you got rap, but it was always a lot of different genres that you can really, different. You know, you had your like you said, your gangster rap, like more of the East Coast. I call it like street crime element. You had your like your booty shaking down south. In the
Rex and the Fat.
Booty
shaking.
In the DMV, you had like the Go-Go.
Yeah.
Which is still under their umbrella, like in the early days. Junkyard Band, Chuck Brown, and then even up in Chicago with the house music.
House music.
Yep.
Yeah.
And down, like I said, down south, more in Louisiana with the bounce. That Louisiana bounce.
That's right. And then the hyphy movement which came.
Well,
later.
that's later. I mean,
that came
80s,
later, but in the '80s,
I'm more like in the '80s, but.
And then we still had the party rap with Will Smith.
Yeah, you had to go like the wholesome rap.
Wholesome
rap. You know. So.
I mean, but. You know,
it was more than just New York. You know, a lot of stuff was coming out of New York and was getting pushed, but you also had Philly, who was putting out like a lot of good stuff. Like, you know, you had Steady B, the Cool C before the robbery that they did. You had Will Smith and Will Smith,
DJ
Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Yeah, he's
3 Times Dope.
Right, that Nicholas one.
Man, I know Cash Money and Marvelous. It was, you know, it was. Schoolie D, who was before all of them, but man, it was just like the early stages of hip hop, man. Remember what they call pretty much the golden age.
Yeah, the golden age of hip hop.
And then another shift, which was not really a shift, but opened hip hop to a lot more wider. Did I say wider or whiter?
Whiter.
Wider audience.
Whiter or whiter?
Whiter or whiter.
We couldn't say
the Beastie Boys.
Man.
License to Ill.
That
was a great album. Man, a classic album. I went out and got it.
Yeah.
And I remember the first song I heard from him before even the album came out. I didn't even know he was white. It was Slow and Low.
Is that the...
Let it flow, let yourself go, slow and low, that is the tempo.
I think that was written by Run DMC too.
It might have been.
I know Run DMC wrote 2 songs.
Because they started out really as a punk rock band.
Yeah,
there wasn't really a hip hop, like in the early... Beastie Boys go back before License to Ill, like in the early 80s, like Beastie Boys were like in their 20s when they came out.
Yeah.
Might have been like early 20s when they weren't teenagers. They were like 21, 22,
and they were actually, they played instruments, and they was actually
actually a punk rock band.
Yeah.
And Rick Rubin liked them, and actually, man, they went through the fire, man. They used to get, like, when they used to go on tour, they used to get booed.
Yeah.
Because they would be the opening act.
Yeah.
They would get booed like, why are we even on this tour?
Right.
Every city we go, we get booed before as soon as we come out on stage.
But it's crazy though. I seen Beastie Boys in concert, and the 2 bands they had opening up was Murphy's Law and Fishbone. And Fishbone's a black punk rock band, which I'm getting off the subject. But to the Beastie Boys, they put on one hell of a show with DJ Hurricane on the risers of Budweiser cans. It was these real tall Budweiser cans. That's what he DJ'd from. So the Beastie Boys ushered in. You know, there was no white rappers.
None.
I mean, they may have been white guys rapping.
You had, as far as I remember, you had one white rapper in the 80s, from 80 to 86, it was only Blondie.
Oh yeah, Blondie. Yeah,
she did her rapping.
I'm sorry, Rapture.
He like that.
Yeah,
You bring her up every damn time.
But you know what? You got to give her the credit though, because that's what she did. But damn, yeah, the Beastie Boys' "License to Ill" is a classic album. I don't care what anybody,
Yeah.
We can put that on Facebook and argue about that.
Yeah, like that's probably the only album I bought by them. Like they kind of went in a different direction. As
Well, I bought Paul's Boutique.
Was that all right?
That was okay, but you could tell they started going in that different direction because I don't think Rick Rubin and another cat, Bill Stephanie, was one of the producers too.
Yeah,
in that,
Bill Stephanie.
Bill Stephanie in that Def Jam area, and I think they kind of got away from them, was going towards a different sound. Paul's Boutique's not a bad album, but it's no License to Ill. No. License to Ill, you could. I think the only song I didn't like on there was that rock song they had, "Party for Your Right to Fight" or "Party." No,
you gotta
fight for your right to party.
You didn't like "No Sleep Till Brooklyn"?
I love "No Sleep Till Brooklyn."
Yeah.
And they used a lot of rock guitars.
Kind of took the Run DMC format when Run DMC first come out with Rock Box
and kind of ran away with it. Yeah.
But they actually played their own instruments too, so it wasn't just sampling. So, but you had another big movement in the late '80s was the Black Consciousness movement, and if you look back at a lot of the videos, you see a lot of the African medallions, and all the Afrocentric talk, which is totally gone now.
Yeah. The Jungle Brothers was
one of probably the first ones.
Yeah, that I know of. Yeah. That didn't wear gold chains outside of Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Jungle Brothers is one of the first groups that rocked the black medallions. Had the dreads.
Black medallions, no gold. Hanging out with Pops. Hanging out with Buddy, buddy, all in your face.
Yeah.
But that whole Daisy, that was another move. That was another shift in a momentum change in hip hop as far as how MCs rap, what they rapped about, and how they dressed. Because De La Soul, really, the Jungle Brothers, really De La Soul brought in that old, even that video. What was the video?
Potholes.
No, not Potholes. The one where they were in the classroom. Me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
They had the guy in there teaching the hip hop class, telling them how they should dress with the big chains, the troop suits or whatever, the pagers and all that, how they should look, how a rapper should look, and they were like, no, man, we got our silk shirts, what I'm saying,
right.
like our black money, our medallions, we got our hair cut different, so it's about being yourself. Even though you like to rap, we don't have to look. We don't have to look like everybody.
Right.
Yeah. But they were even before Tribe. You got to give De La Soul and Jungle Brothers their credit.
Yeah. For ushering in that.
Because you think about all the people they influenced.
Man.
Came in the '90s, and after that, you don't get the Diggable Planets, you don't get the Commons, and none of them. You
don't get the Tribe.
You don't even get Tribe.
Because Q-Tip was on the Jungle Brothers' first album. Yeah.
And he was featured
from a Tribe Called Quest.
And featured on De La Soul's Buddy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But the first time I heard Q-Tip from a Tribe Called Quest was on the promo.
Yeah, with
Jungle Brothers' first album. Yep.
And also around that time, even though a lot of people like to give Ice-T the credit to be a godfather of gangster rap, but NWA.
Yeah.
That whole NWA and the Posse era.
Well, yeah. The first one I got Fat Girl on my job.
No, I'm talking about Dope Man, not that song.
Yeah.
Dope Man.
When you said NWA and the Posse, that's the first thing that always comes to my mind.
Fat Girl on my job.
Fat Girl on my job. Yeah. I'm like, we all have Fat Girl on my job. Hey, I'm a fat boy.
So Eazy-E, man, like that whole NWA Eazy-E era ushered in another momentum change and shift, as far as the West Coast, and to be taken seriously. So, I mean,
and another form of storytelling.
Yep.
That West Coast. With 6 in the Morning by Ice-T, NWA's, Dope Man. Listening to the lyrics, you had an idea what the West Coast was like.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how they,
even though you never been there, yeah, they painted a picture so vivid that you know it felt like you was there. And even you got to give Too Short the credit because he was bringing in that dirty rap. Really, he took the dirty rap another step forward. Forward like, and he wasn't just always dirty rap. He had a lot of he had some content. He would always put a conscious song on there.
Yeah, but I mean, Too Short was really versatile.
Yeah, he was versatile.
But not just his style of rap, but his sound was also different.
Oh yeah.
Than what up in Oakland was different than what you heard coming out of L.A.
Right.
That South Central, that southern part of California, I should say, area. So yeah, I mean, again, another movement in hip hop. I met a cat in '88. In Chicago, while I was in Chicago, and he was from Oakland. That's all he ever talked about was Too Short. I never heard Too Short before.
Yeah.
And Too Short was selling, CDs and tapes out of his trunk and probably cassettes.
Before he got to deal with Josh.
Before he got to Ohio, I should say. Because he could have had his deal then, but that's the first time I heard, what you would consider a dirty rap. But I guess if talk to my parents, all my rap was dirty. So
it doesn't matter even cursing or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then down south, as far as Atlanta at the time wasn't really doing nothing. I mean, they might have regional rappers, but when I mean the South, I mean like rap a lot.
Rap a lot with the Ghetto Boys.
Yeah. Man. When they first came out, before Scarface and Willie D, Bushwick Bill was in the group, but he was more of a like hype man. He wasn't even really rapping. They had Johnny C, Jukebox, and DJ Ready Red, and Assassins was the single.
Was that the single?
Yeah,
okay.
Where he was talking crazy.
Talking real crazy.
Real crazy.
I couldn't bitch up like Freddie. I was like, wow. Well, okay, well.
And they kind of looked. They had the Run DMC look. They had the all black with the derbies and all that. I don't know if they wore Adidas, but
but as far as
probably was Nikes like Willie D said. But
read these Nikes.
These Nikes, but
classic song.
And you had Loop down there in Florida.
Yeah,
doing
his live crew with the bass.
The Miami bass sound.
Yeah. That was crazy too. And thanks to Luke, we all had to get permission to buy rap music.
No, he won the case in court though.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what though? But had that not happened, because when they labeled the rap music the way they did, that sparked curiosity.
Yep.
And then the white kids started. Wider audience.
Wider audience.
I didn't say whiter.
Well,
wider audience. Curiosity. Why is this being labeled? Why is this so bad?
Just like when, NWA, when they got the letter from the FBI, he said that was the greatest thing they could have done.
They're considered
most
dangerous group in America.
Yep.
4 or 5 guys from LA just rapping about life.
Got a letter from the FBI?
That's insane.
Wow. Yeah. They just helped ourselves out.
Thanks. Yeah, really.
But yeah, you had a lot of movements, and that's why a lot of us older old schoolers kind of, I don't say look down on the new generation, but kind of disappointed in the new generation because you had so many different movements back then.
Yeah.
So many different lanes, and now what it is now, everybody's sounding the same. But back then, what we just said, we just touched the surface.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot more other movements. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, we ain't even got to like the '90s when you talking, the Dipset movement. We ain't even touched that. And that was in the '90s.
No, that was
2000s.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought that was late '90s, but that was 2000s.
That was 2000s. But yeah, we ain't even got to the early '90s yet. In the mid '90s,
we ain't even got to
we
the
still in the
'80s in Atlanta.
Yeah,
with Outkast when they came out, and the Dungeon Family production company, man, they were major, and we're gonna touch on that, in later podcasts.
Yeah, but the '80s, man, that was, if you're really into hip hop or rap music, man, just do your due diligence and look back and look at some of them old '80s.
And also for us, older cats, we gotta tell these young dudes about it too. I always make sure when I talk in music to someone, I say, hey, you heard this before this, whether it's rap, rock, jazz, y'all got to go back to, Because that's what I had to do. I had to go back to what my parents listened to get an understanding of where my musical influence and where I was going with music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
What upsets me about the people in our generation, we get so upset with the newer generation, but we don't. Have you even talked to your kids or any youth about stuff from back then? Have you ever introduced them to the song or let them listen to it and tell them the story behind it or see what they get out of it? Or you just say, oh, this music you listen to, sorry, our music is better.
Yeah.
That's going to automatically make them be like, man, I don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
That old shit.
Right.
You dissing ours, but you say y'all the best. Better. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
you ain't giving my music a chance. Why should I give yours?
Yeah. So,
my thing is with young people, I always say, hey, man, check this out. You ever heard of this group before? Yay or nay? Okay, well then, if they've heard of it, let's have a conversation about it. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, that song by Drake you like? This is where he got the inspiration from. Listen to what he said, right? Or listen to this beat.
Right.
Now listen to that beat. Oh, damn. Well, that's where it came from? Like, yeah, that's been out before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it's up to us. Like, it was our fault. So, like I said, we ain't going to be here bashing the new generation.
We're just trying to open the door.
Trying to open the eyes.
Yeah.
Open their eyes.
Turn the light on, But, go explore. YouTube and Google are the greatest.
Man, I wish we
had that. Man.
We had to actually go out physically and look for stuff. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't have streaming. If I heard a song that I liked,
we had to wait until it came out or go to the store.
I had to buy the whole CD.
Yeah,
or the whole cassette.
Yeah, you got to buy the whole thing. Unless you get it from somebody and they got the dual cassette.
Dual cassette,
and you can make a mixtape off of it. Or you want to listen to the, like I said, the radio.
Right.
Back then, I said, the radio right now, like you can't even call a radio station and request a song if it ain't already on the playlist. Like you can hear them now, like call in. Why do you even have a call-in line?
Right.
Like I remember back in the day, you could call in a song that wasn't even a hit single. It was just a song off the album that you wanted to hear. If they could get it in time, they're gonna play it.
And I've called in on mix shows, like where the DJ's actually mixing on 2 turntables, and called in the song and said, "Yo, can you put this song in?" And about 30 minutes later, I could hear that song in his mix.
Yeah, man, mainstream DJs ain't even DJs no more. A damn monkey, a robot monkey could be a damn DJ.
Robot chicken.
You know what I'm saying? I remember once I called back, like that radio station I was telling you about that I grew up on, 88.
Yeah.
I remember DJs back then were so good. People would call up to the radio station, not even know the name of the song, and just say shit.
Right.
And he'd be like, "Oh, I know what song that is." Like I remember, I called once, and I was like, "Man, I don't know the name of the song. I don't know who sang it, but I remember he said something about Faye's tuna fish starting to cook." He's like, "Oh, that's the Sonic Faye. Yeah, I get that on for you." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like DJs, that's just a title now, DJ.
Right.
They probably don't even know how to use the 1 and 2s. I bet you if you put 1s and 2s in front of Khaled, you wouldn't know what to do with it, or Envy. They probably wouldn't even know what to do with it.
I hope so.
They ain't no DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I mean,
you put something in front of Jazzy Jeff, he's still going.
What I like about Jeff, he can still do vinyl. He does the Serato now.
Yeah, he love the Serato, which is
great.
It's
because
good.
you don't have to carry so much equipment.
Right.
And I mean crates and crates of records.
Right.
I don't know about the crates, but I seen Jeff still on vinyl, and real quick, look up DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Peter Piper.
That Peter Piper routine.
Oh, he got that down pat. He been doing that for 30 years.
Man,
it's immaculate.
But he adds a new little scratch to it now that it's crazy. And he invented the Transformer scratch. See, man. We're going to be here all night. For real, man. For real. That Transformer, man. That 80s.
I'm glad I got to experience the 80s, man.
Man. And I got to see DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince in concert at Hare Arena, what parents just don't understand.
When that came out.
They was on
Brand
tour.
New Funk.
Yep. They did like 5 or 6 songs off their album on their set because Kumo D was at that same concert. And I want to say, and I hate to bring the name up, I think it was Kid Rock. Mm-hmm. The only reason I bring that up because Kid Rock didn't always do what you hear Kid Rock
Yeah,
do
he
now.
started out
He
as
started off
hip hop.
hip hop rapping. He had this crazy ass mohawk.
Yeah, he had the big high top. He had his shit stuff like a high top fade, like almost like Kid.
Yeah,
Kid
but it was a mohawk. It went all well in concert. His mohawk went all the way back, not just the high top. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But man, the '80s, man. And like I said, we only scratched the surface. There's so much other stuff that was going on that we could talk about.
And
We
I'm
might
sure
do it in the
forget
next
something.
time. We might even extend the '80s for the next podcast because man, we ain't even touched the surface.
No, we ain't even got deep.
We ain't even get deep yet. Yeah, we might have to before we hit the '90s. We might have to do another.
Do a little more 80s.
A little more 80s.
Okay,
but
that's what we'll call the next podcast. A little more 80s.
a little more 80s. Finally, the final.
Yeah.
And touch everything up. But before we get out of here, we still like to do our obscure
Top 5.
top 5 list. Like I said, it's we'll try to come up with more and more lists. But let's see, what is number 1? Favorite Saturday morning cartoon cereal. You all right? Imagine you 8 years old,
Right.
7:35. You wake up, you're running downstairs.
Cartoon started at 8.
Cartoons started at 8. So you got to get your cereal. What do you grab if it's there?
It's Crunch Berry. Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Tear your inside of your mouth up.
Oh man, the roof of your mouth. Oh
shred
man, all
it.
scratched up.
Shred it. But that was my favorite cartoon.
Oh,
I mean, cereal. Sorry.
oh, Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops. Can't go wrong with Fruit Loops.
Man, Fruit Loops. Man, I'll fight somebody. I hit my cousin in the head with a toaster or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he thought he was gonna take the last of Fruit Loops. Bam.
And the best thing about Fruit Loops is when you're done, the milk.
Yep.
The flavor in the milk.
Flavor, different color flavored milk.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I like Raisin Bran too, but it would get soggy.
Right. But
It's
that
all
was,
with Fruity Pebbles.
yeah, but that was the real Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
The Raisin Bran they got now don't even get
Oh,
soggy.
it don't even. It ain't real. It ain't real brand.
Yeah, it ain't real
It's
brand.
fake brand. That's why you leave them in there overnight. You
Yeah.
come back and still crunch.
Still crunchy. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. And all the raisins fell to the bottom too
Yeah.
of the bowl.
Yeah.
So that's how you knew you had the real Raisin Bran.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to like. Trix was good too.
Yeah, Trix was good.
But if it was Trix here and Fruit Loops,
Fruit Loops. Yeah, you're going to Fruit Loops.
Fruit
Yeah.
Yeah. So number let's go 70s horror. What was your favorite or scariest movie from the 70s that gave you the most like nightmares or creeped you out the most?
The Exorcist creeped me out, and so did Halloween.
Halloween.
How the hell is this?
Exorcist came out in 72. Halloween came out 78.
78?
Yeah.
I thought the Exorcist came out later.
It might have been 74.
74, I thought, like 74. But see, I was like maybe 6 or 7 when I finally got to see
Yeah,
it.
later,
It was,
not when it first came out.
yeah, not when it first came out. And,
Carrie didn't scare you?
No, Carrie was just weird to me, man.
Yeah.
Like, I never wanted to go to prom because of Carrie.
Yeah.
Like, the car.
Oh, that was scary, but that was a good movie.
That wasn't scary, but that's a good movie.
Just like the Warriors. The Warriors wasn't scary, but the fucking baseball Furies,
man, they
scared
were
the shit out of me when I was
scared.
scared. I was scared.
That's again scared you of New York.
Baby, scared of New York, man. That I'm telling you, it was a trifecta. Well, really, it was 4. The fucking Taxi Driver, the movie Taxi Driver,
with
Robert De Niro, Travis Bickle, crazy motherfucker. The Warriors, Escape from New York, and the fucking song "The Message."
That's what kept you out of New York.
That had me scared of New
Snake
York.
Plissken, that was my guy.
Yeah.
Escape from New York.
All right, 70s movies that
gave you nightmares,
Yeah.
or horror movies.
Well, for all the people out there, I'm gonna say 2 because the more mainstream one that y'all would know is called Phantasm. Like that damn.
The
that
ball,
damn ball with the
and
fucking
the
spikes
tall man.
and the tall man.
Yeah.
Because he chased you.
Yeah.
Like the other killers, man, they didn't run. Like you had Leatherface but he had a damn chainsaw and he was fat, had a big old belly.
Well, you was in his house, so
yeah. So it wasn't really.
That's not a chase.
That's not really a chase. But the tall man, this one he had that long hair.
Yeah.
His fucking long hair be flowing in the motherfucker. He was actually running, and I was like, man. that had me damn near ready. I think our aunt did that on purpose. Took us to the movies to see that, so she could use it against us. Tall man gonna come get your yard. But yeah, she took us little kids to go see that. But really, the movie that gave me the most nightmares and haunted me the most was a movie, Italian movie called Suspiria. Why the fuck was it came out in '77? How the hell did I get a hold of that movie?
Suspiria.
Yeah,
okay.
It's about not the remake because they just made one last year or the year before. I'm talking about the one from 1977. It's about an American girl that goes over to Italy to a prestigious ballet school, but it's ran by a coven of witches. And the soundtrack, it was really the soundtrack of that movie. Soundtrack is so terrifying, man. It's just the music had me scared.
Right.
Yeah. So it's called Suspiria.
Suspiria.
Yeah. When I look at it now, I'm like, it ain't really that scary. But what the fuck was a 7-year-old? How did a 7-year-old get a hold of that shit?
You know, the scary movies we watched wasn't really scary, but they were so suspenseful, and at that time. But I got to give an honorable mention to The Shining.
That came out in 80.
That came out 1980. Oh yeah, we did say 70. Yeah, that was 1980. So look, when we get to 80,
Halloween.
No, we got Halloween too. But I was thinking of The Shining when you was talking about. So I don't know why The Shining always comes up when you talk about Phantasm. I think it's because at the end of the movie when Jack Nicklaus was chasing his wife and son through that maze.
But he wasn't really running. His leg was messed up.
Yeah.
Man, wasn't nothing wrong with Tall Man's leg.
No, Tall Man was.
He was on your ass.
Yeah.
You looked around, he right there. So, and a lot of people don't know, man. Halloween, one of the scariest movies of all time. If you watch it, the original one, no blood.
No blood.
A lot of people be like, damn, you know what? It wasn't blood. No, when he stuck over, when he grabbed the old dude, stuck him on the wall, it was in the dark. All you saw was the shadow. When he killed the one girl, he strangled her.
Yep, she was in the bed.
They never really showed.
Yeah,
so
they never really showed.
It was all suspense.
And it's a slasher film.
And it's considered a slasher film.
And that's what I like too about 70s horror films, suspenseful.
Yeah.
Because you like, especially when you hear that music, you like, ooh, okay, what's going to happen next? Jaws, was that 70s?
Yep.
Yeah. When you hear that,
you know somebody about
you're like, oh man,
somebody about to get their ass ate up.
Somebody about to be food.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, those Suspiria.
Okay.
Favorite tag team from wrestling tag team from the 80s.
Well, it's a 1A and 1B for me. Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik, but I gotta give a shout out to the Road Warriors.
Oh man, Road Warriors all the way.
Yeah.
Man, like as soon as they come out to that Ozzy Osbourne, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Oh, what a rush! They come and they used to run to the damn ring and just start beating. They wouldn't even wait for the
bell didn't even start. Yeah, they come in and slide underneath the ropes.
Slide under the ropes and start beating.
Now that's what was sweet about them, how you could slide underneath their ropes and then you come out of the slide swinging.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to them though.
But the Legion of Doom, man, Hawk and Animal.
Yeah.
Man, they came out. They had their hair cut all crazy with their faces painted. Yeah, that was probably. And who else did I like back then? It wasn't no 1A and 1B. It was the Road Warriors, but I also like. Man, they became the Bushwhackers in the '90s, but I used to like the Sheep Herders. Man, they were fun. Yeah, but they were good. So, all right. Let's see. Nucleus. Let's keep this on hip hop. Let's make this. We're gonna do 4 today. Nucleus, another good group from the 80s, rap group.
Definitely.
Kind of like rap, funk type band. Jam on It or Jam on Revenge?
Jam on It.
Jam on It?
Yeah.
Doom.
As soon as you heard that,
everybody
started doing that.
Now, if you want to know that song, like you remember in Boys in the Hood where Lil Trey was walking and he was walking past some dudes and that's the song that was playing. That was at the beginning of it. But I gotta go with, because I'm going back to the skating era, man. That jam on the Revenge.
Wiki.
Dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Man, that was the perfect song.
Wiki,
The skate to, the break dance.
Yeah, you can.
Up rock, man, do the wop, whatever dance, the Smurf, whatever dance was out. Man, that jam on Revenge. Look it up. Nucleus, both of them. Nucleus Jam on it and Nucleus Jam on Revenge, the Wiki song. Man, you talking about some good dancing songs right there.
Yeah.
Especially hip hop.
Yeah, break. I mean, that's what we was breakdancing to. Yeah, definitely. So
you gonna stick with Jam on it?
Stick with Jam on it.
But yeah, so we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
It's Thursday, and even though I hope they both lose, Tampa Bay and Cam Panthers, because allegedly he's supposed to be 100% healthy this year. Because they said it for the last few years he's been playing kind of injured. This year he's coming into a year. He ain't been the same since the Super Bowl.
I like Cam. I just think Cam has taken a lot of hits, and I think, in my opinion, Cam worries. He reads those press clippings, and it bothers him what they say about him. So I think there's time he plays when he shouldn't be playing.
Right.
Like you say, he's probably hasn't been 100% since the Super Bowl, and there's no way you're gonna be Peyton Manning last game of his career. So
yeah,
that's just something you gotta get over, Cam.
And his stylist got to do something, because I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, man.
It's like, man, do you even look in the men's department anymore? Like, what do you get your?
Listen, that's a whole nother podcast. I ain't even get started on today's fashion. You see what I got on? I got on a Father's Day shirt, and it's September.
Hey,
Hey,
we at the age where, man, like, I know this is how I know I'm getting old. I'm so old. It's to the point I don't give a fuck what I look like when I go out.
Right.
Man, one time I went out, man, I had on like a shirt that had holes in it, had on some blue sweats and my work shoes, and I was like, I don't care.
I left the house
before, when I was younger, man. Wherever I went, man, I had to be snazz,
showered.
I had to be everything.
Everything.
Gotta be clean.
I've been out there.
You never know who I might see my future baby ex mom.
Hey man, I done went out the house with like 4 or 5 different colors on.
Man,
that's
how you old young.
That's how you yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is. So what? But yeah, we about to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate anybody who watched the other podcasts. You can check us out on YouTube, All Shit and Other Podcasts, also on SoundCloud. Make sure you get your live live merchandise. Everybody in Springfield, you know where you're gonna get that. I'll get more information. I don't know if they got an online store yet, but when they do get an online store, we get info. We'll let you know. Make sure you support Twilight Star Productions right here, comic book company that's local in Springfield, Ohio. And we're about to get out of here. Oh shit, another podcast. Because everybody and their mama got one. I think the damn cricket outside that be keeping me up all night got a damn
podcast.
Everybody got
I think all the spiders in my yard got podcasts. Man, spider webs everywhere. Walking into them.
So we out of here. Everybody have a good night. And
yes,
we'll catch you on the next podcast.
Yep, peace.
Peace.